a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I love When Calls the Heart.
It's Panda, and I like When Calls the Heart.
I'm Dan, and I despise When Calls the Heart, and this is the Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Hello, party people.
Man.
Yes, good to be here.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you remember this, Dan, but we were doing show prep earlier this week.
Of course, I never forget a minute of show prep, but remind me of which minute we're talking about.
We were talking about how to spice things up.
Yeah, because it's we want to make sure that we give the people what we want, what they want, but also make sure we keep it fresh.
And oftentimes we feel like the intro of the When Calls the Heart episode feels a little stale.
So
Panda
that's right.
said, guys, I got this.
Yep.
I'll handle the upfront stuff of the When Calls the Heart episode.
Yeah.
And I'll do it in a way that people won't ever forget it.
Yep.
So I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that.
Okay, and I don't know if you have anything planned. Listen, the last thing that I want to do is put you on the spot.
Right,
to make you feel uncomfortable.
Right. Sure.
But if you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Then take it away, pal.
All right. Everybody, put your hands together like this. Right. All right. Start rubbing them like this. And now let's do the wave. Woo!
So here's the thing about a wave, and I don't mean to but you typically don't start a wave in the middle. You would typically start on one end and let it wave on through. When you say let's do the wave, Brandon, we don't have any other direction that you gave us, and you did not even wave at the same time, and so I feel like that wasn't expertly done.
Also, what's the point of this? Usually, we do leave a review, we try to get some things, but what you're doing is just a wave.
I want them to do the wave
for an audio show.
Do the wave.
Yeah, I think, but what you're thinking is if we do the wave well, people will feel it while they're listening.
I think what's great is as people are listening across the world and they hear that, they're going to do a wave. And it could start a spontaneous wave wherever they're at. So we, in theory, could have a wave going across the world. And I think that's what I was hoping for. That was my vision, because I think this world needs unity more than ever.
Man, I can't believe we let him do this.
Do you think that the wave has the ability, and I'm choosing that word specifically for this, the ability to change the world?
I know it does.
Wow.
I remember, I never forget the first time I did the wave. I felt a camaraderie and a mingling of souls such as has never been experienced
before. Did you jump on board the
since.
first time, or did you have to see it pass a few times?
I saw it pass a few times. But when it came back by a third time, I said, this is real.
I'm not going to,
this is
not throwing away the shot.
Where did it, was it a True Love Waits conference? Where was it that you did the wave for the first time?
It was 1993. I was 5 years old, and I was in kindergarten.
Okay, stop it.
And you what?
Kindergarten.
You guys were doing the wave.
We were doing the wave in kindergarten, across the auditorium. It was wonderful.
Across the auditorium.
Yeah, Angling Road Elementary School.
Wow! Shout out.
Yep. Michigan,
and they did the wave.
Did the wave. It was great.
And
it changed my life. Made me realize there was maybe something more than this world. I was getting really tired.
Been different.
But True Love Waits. Did you see a wave there?
At the conference. No one was asking.
I thought that was a statement. I mean, I don't know.
What was the other one, Dan? Where it's
through the roof. Come on, act like you don't know through the roof. Be better.
Rig, be honest. Did you ever go to a True Love Waits or Through the Roof conference?
I was a silver ring thing boy myself. Yep, that was the good one. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, though.
How are you, Wriggling?
Offensive. Don't even ask me how I'm doing.
You asked, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Dan?
Yeah. Oh, you're asking Rig? He walked out.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't see him leave?
I did not. I didn't see
Wild.
him leave. Do you have anything else before we get started?
Just a wave.
Do you want to do the wave again?
Questioning if True Love Waits.
Wave! Hit. Silver ring thing. The wave at the silver ring thing, top notch.
Dude, yeah, those 20 people.
But
you know what? I did all three. I was at Through the Roof, Silver Ring thing, and True Love Waits. I was at all three of those.
Man, you had that crap on lockdown.
That's right. Yeah. yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You knew all the tricks and
The
trades.
biggest one was the Through the Roof.
Really?
Because it was in Atlanta, and it was like Newsboys, Supertones, Audio
gosh.
Adrenaline, DC Talk, all at one event. Like, a lot of cards through the roof of the Georgia Dome, man.
Through the friggin' roof.
Come on.
Love it.
All right. Are you guys ready to dive into this?
No, I think we should do at least 5 more minutes on True Love Waits, Brand.
We're not sneaking one past the ring this
Hey,
year.
I just booked a new band. It's an Eagle Eye Cherry cover band. I'm very excited
It's a
about it.
what?
Yeah, Eagle Eye Cherry cover band.
Eagle
Called
Eye.
Turkey Toe Berry. They're fantastic. Turkey Toe Berry, look them up. Turkey Toe Berry.
What's the style?
Bluegrass.
The bluegrass.
I see that now.
Yeah.
I said it.
Turkey Toe Berry.
Turkey Toe Berry.
Are you
Any big hits?
Oh, so many. It's a cover band, you moron.
Are you a big bluegrass fan?
I am. You know what my favorite bluegrass track is?
that?
My pants.
Oh man, that's good.
Man, can I apologize for Rick for calling you a moron?
Man.
He did say cover band, though, to be fair.
No, that's on me. That was dumb.
It's
They're all
time.
hits
Do
all the
they
time.
have any big hits?
It's time for When Calls to Heart
Pretty sure
season
that's all they play.
season 5 episode 7.
Eagle Eye Cherry does make that tough, though.
Yeah.
I
mean,
Do you guys have any idea what the name of this episode is?
the heart of boredom.
Close.
the heart of work.
Ooh, heart of the matter. Okay. I don't name this stuff. I just report it. Originally aired on April Fool's Day. That explains a lot. 2018.
2018!
Yay!
Benny's here, baby! A good week at the track!
Really?
It was the Daytona.
No, I bet on the dog!
The dogs.
Not fighting, the racing!
Thank you.
That's good.
I bought some cherub fountains from my front yard. Wanted to class it up a little bit.
How many?
5! They were a steal, 10 grand a pop.
Whoa.
Wow, it
That
was
was
a
a
good week.
steal.
It was a
I
good-
made it a refund on 2018.
No, it's hey, you're here.
Do you have an air mattress pump?
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'll be in touch.
All right.
2018. Benny's out.
Thank you, Benny. Hey, Benny, I do want to say last week I believe I made you cry. I don't remember the details, but I believe I said something. and you
No,
ended
that
up
was
leaving.
Rippy.
Rippy me.
Sorry.
You went and float him a nap. That's
Yeah.
a signed, sealed, delivered issue, which I got to be honest. I listened to the first 10 minutes of signed, sealed, delivered from last week, and that was something. I mean,
Does it hold up, Dan?
oh, it holds up as good as it ever was.
What's that mean?
That is
As good as it ever
All
was.
you need to know.
Okay.
And it went a little something like this. Elizabeth is writing in her journal again. That's good. It's been a while. I guess she left with Jack. They went and honeymooned in a tent or something. And then he left her, went to the base, and now she's back at Hope Valley. I was under the impression from last week that she was going to be with him the whole time.
Yeah, that was my thinking as well.
But no, she's back. He's not, though. He's gone. For good?
Yes.
Will we see him again?
I think
I
he's
don't
dead.
think so. I think that's it. They were pissed at him, and they just sent him off to.
We did. Yeah.
But how does he die? Like,
I think he's helping
landslide.
people in a landslide. And a
Landslide brought him down.
He's just training Mounties. Nothing to be concerned about. Mr. Jenkins, which is the name of the banker, tells Abigail that in a couple days he thinks that the bank is going to reopen, baby. I got an investor lined up, he says. Robert is complaining about the snacks that his mom packs for him. So, kick rocks. Bill walks into a jail and finds somebody sleeping in the bed, and he says, quote, This isn't a flop house. Nailed it, Bill. Turns out that flopper's AJ Foster.
AJ Foster.
You know, the fugitive that Bill kissed. The kids are interested in why the bank was so bad at business. And so Elizabeth gets the kids to shadow real life business people in town and learn how business is really done. Abigail isn't a fan of Jenkins Investor. Gowan, singular, brings in an investor from Hamilton. And they actually know Elizabeth. But when she finds out that there's another investor interested in the project, she gets annoyed. The kids are all learning tons and tons of stuff from the business people, except for Robert, who is annoyed that not all doctors are rich, and Robert is very against universal health care. That is until he faints. He doesn't have any money, and he realizes that there might be something to this. Cody is with Lee, and boy, is he into it. Big business, big fun. AJ Foster still has the hots for Bill, but Bill's all business because this isn't a flop house. But he doesn't want to talk about the whole kiss thing. But when AJ's like, hey, I can smell a con man from a mile away, they just throw her to the wolves. And so she's going to go talk to the banker's investor, and she's like, this dude is up to no good. I know guys like this. He's going to try to make Hope Valley a big city. Cody is so into working with Lee that he decides that he wants to trade in his school hat for a wood hat.
No.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. He doesn't come to school one day, but Lee brings him to school and is like, scram. Abigail realizes that Cody needs a male figure in his life. So Lee shows back up later and they play catch because that's all male figures are good for. The other investor is interested now, and when Abigail finds out that the banker's investor means big city business, she goes to stop the deal, but she's a little too late as she watches them shake hands and she shakes her head in disgust.
Too late to stop the deal.
And that, my friends, was When Calls the Heart of the Matter. We did, everybody. We're going to be taking a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll break this episode down, I believe, with 4 segments here on deck. The Hallmark. It's because Lee's in the wood business.
Yeah, wood hat, but he would not be wearing a hat made of wood.
I know that.
Make any sense?
No, but it was because he likes wood.
I understand.
You can't make a hat out of school either.
No.
So I said a school hat.
Okay.
For a wood hat.
Yeah, lumber hat.
I said a wood hat.
Yeah, a wood hat.
Wood hat.
Fair enough. It's good. I'm glad we did that.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
When I wrote that, I was like, this will get one.
Big fun.
Are you closing your tabs?
God.
I have not closed my tabs. I'm leaving them all
Waiting
open.
for signs
Are you
to
feeling
deliver.
it? Are you
waiting
feeling
for
it?
sign sealed.
It's starting to burn your leg a little bit?
It's getting warm.
Yeah, it's getting warm. You know that because this is the tabs.
It's all tabs
It's
all the
always
time.
tabs.
All tabs. He doesn't close out tabs all day. He waits till
Yep,
the evening.
I save 'em.
Yep, that's what happens.
I'll start fresh with the tabs.
No, of course not. Let's do this. Let's start with the hot take. Let's share exactly how we felt about this episode of television, and we'll go from there. Panda?
Every single time I think that an episode of When Calls the Heart can't get more boring or pointless, I'm wrong. Because
Career day happens.
Career day happens. I finished this episode, and I finished it a few days ago, and as I was preparing for tonight, just looking over my notes, it dawned on me, I do not remember this episode. I mean, I took notes, and then I realized the reason I don't really recall, other than the fact that it's career day, is because literally nothing of significance in any capacity happens. This show is awful. I can't handle. I don't mean to sound like Dan. I'm trying hard not to, but it's so stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. I can't wait for something to happen. It doesn't matter. Even they can't even stay consistent with the banking storyline, which I'll get to. I'll get to the bank. I am more confused about the bank than I've ever been in my entire life, and that's been this entire season. I do not like this show. It's painful to watch. There's nothing interesting that happened. And I wish the town of Hope Valley would get bought out by a big wig guy, and he just steamrolls it. Knock the whole town down.
Coca-Cola presents Hope Valley.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it.
Water tower is replaced with Coca-Cola.
Yep, exactly.
Here for that. So not as bad as it could have been, but not as good as it should have been.
Not as bad as it could have been.
Not as bad as it could have been.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it could have been.
You think it could have been worse than what we just watched?
Yeah, last week.
No,
What was
Jack
last
at
week?
least was in last week.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, he was. 3 scenes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm with Panda here.
But I was more annoyed by it because there was no point.
There's no point this week either, Brand.
There is a
Career
point.
day?
A few things big happens in this one.
Like?
Cody and Lee throwing the ball.
Yeah, that's
Good
going to matter
gosh.
until
Did that
Aunt
work for
Becky
you?
goes off to prison.
No, it didn't work for me. All I'm saying is I feel like this isn't the worst episode of the season. Could have been worse, but should have been better. I'm ready for a restart. I'm ready for a
We
restart.
do this every season.
I'm ready for a restart. But we're getting a real restart here in a little bit because Jack's going to die. It's a real reset. It's a hard. We're going to reset hard.
I will tell you, listen, I need you to know up front when season 6
Stop
rolls
the
around,
music.
when season 6 rolls around, I am going to be all in. I'm going to be back on board because I have renewed hope.
Valley.
I feel like it's going to let me down again, but I am going to, as angry as I am through the first 5 seasons, I'm ready to be heard again. Season 6 is going to be awesome.
I just saying that this isn't the worst episode of the season. I don't know. It's like, falling off a camel and hitting a specific grain of sand. Like they're all awful. They're all terrible. The ones with Jack and Elizabeth doing something are a little bit better, but even that's not great right now. I gotta be honest though. It's a special circle of hell to do career day on this show. We get these kids who are awful in the schoolhouse and we send them out into the community to be awful individually. and it's a slog, everybody. It's difficult. The only thing positive I could say about this is in a shocking turn of events, we get a pro universal healthcare message from When Calls the Heart, and I didn't see it coming. But they teach Robert, who can kick rocks, by the way, the value of understanding that healthcare shouldn't be about how much money you have. That is the one positive I can say about this. The rest of this drowns in a sea of awful with the rest of this show. Career Day, that's like season 12 stuff. If we're doing Career Day in season 5, I don't even want to know what's going to happen in the next 3
And
seasons.
honestly, I wasn't impressed with the universal healthcare message because I'm big pharma. So there you go.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, between that and the book burner from last episode, I feel like we've covered our bases there.
Again, though, in his defense, Hunger Games. I mean,
Okay,
sometimes you got to make
you got to make a call. That's right.
examples
Yep.
out of
Yep.
books.
Yeah, that's true.
All the fields talking about them. Panda.
Opal or Pearl or whatever her name is, the little girl. She's
Sure.
cute.
What'd she do?
She ate chocolate.
Oh, that was cute.
I have a wait, what about it? But she's adorable.
No, but it was
She's cute.
cute. Yeah. Give me that one for 500, Alex.
Not the worst of the year. Could have been worse. I have an Opal Fields as well. It's going to go in a different direction. You need to know something about me that you probably don't know if you're listening. I hate eggs. Look, you make a cake with eggs. I'm here for that cake. But like eggs, like as a dish, scrambled over easy, sunny side up, don't want any part of it. Egg salad sandwich. Literally, when I was a kid, I was allergic to them, and then I grew out of that allergy. But still,
Are you talking about eggs?
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 Yeah, eggs.
Eggs.
It's a short E brand, like beg
Eggs.
or
eggs.
not
It's
eggs.
eggs.
We're talking
No,
about
it's
eggs.
eggs.
No, it's not a long A. It's a short E.
So we're not talking about eggs?
No, you are saying eggs.
Eggs.
Like you've never.
We are literally saying the same
No,
thing.
you're not.
So we're talking about eggs, right?
Spell. Say the word HEFTY.
Hefty.
Hefty. Can you say
A.
No. Hefty.
Hefty.
Eggs.
No.
Eggs.
Eh.
We're saying the same thing.
Hefty.
Hefty.
Eggs. Don't say eggs.
Eggs.
No, that is wrong.
I can say hefty.
Read a phonics book.
I can say hefty and eggs if I want
But
to.
you'd be wrong. Anyway,
That's my prerogative.
okay. All right. Didn't see that.
My prerogative.
I'll say eggs however I want to whenever. Yeah, that's my prerogative. My prerogative.
Prerogative.
There you go. Now you're getting on board.
Yeah. So I hate eggs. If I smell egg salad, like literally, if I smell eggs cooking, like it's tough for me. Like like just thinking about it right now is like I'm just telling you right now, when Mr. Mercantile, I don't know his name, took out the pickled hard boiled egg, and he gave it to Opal, and she just bit into that sucker. That was all I had. I hit mute. My eyes were watering. I couldn't deal with it. It was bad. It was disgusting. I wanted no part of it. And that did have feels for me in this episode.
I'm assuming you were talking about eggs that whole time. Is that correct?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah.
We're saying the same
You
thing.
guys can be wrong. That's fine.
We are saying the same thing.
We'll be right back on Dake the Hallmark. Welcome back, knuckleheads. It's your old Uncle Bran. Guys, let's talk about this one with the Wait What. The party show would talk about what in this episode of television made us go, wait, what? Panda, what you got, pal?
Well, first of all, I just want to point out we don't even get another Jack episode. He's gone and he's done forever. And
Are
will
we
die.
sure we don't see
No, that
him again?
landslide's taking him.
Yeah,
That's it.
he's out. And that was
We
it.
don't see
That
him?
was the most abrupt goodbye of all time. I thought we'd at least have like some sort of farewell. We get nothing.
They
You know what?
were so mad this guy didn't renew his contract. They wanted to make it as unceremonious as they possibly can to get rid of him because they were that mad that he left the show.
I could see, listen, as somebody who does not care at this point, I could see why Wen calls the Hart fans, like diehard people who have been watching for the past 5 seasons, were
angry.
irritated. We're angry. And I think they did him dirty. They did, like, I get you're angry. I get it. But that doesn't do service to your fan base.
But
That's
also,
mean.
I'm realizing now why they're not mad at Daniel Lissing. Because the whole time we'd interview that guy, he's the nicest guy in the world and he's amazing. But the whole time I'm like, why aren't they mad at Daniel Lissing for leaving the show and leaving him in the lurch? Well, what they got is just he got ignored for a season.
Yes.
And so that's why they're mad. They're mad at the show.
Yeah.
And I understand that.
I think they were mad though at first because they had to do this whole. I remember this like it was yesterday. This Facebook Live, Daniel's in the middle.
Oh, I do remember.
Lori and Aaron on either side of him, and they're like, "We just want everyone to know that we support Daniel and his decision to leave the show." It was like this whole thing because people were so upset about it.
Good gracious.
And it was very uncomfortable for everybody. And Birdman, the Birdman from the NBA. No, the guy who created the show. Chris Evans, the guy who created the show is also
Turkey
there.
Barry was there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making sure.
The guy who created the show is also there.
Brad Cravoy.
No, the other guy.
Brad Cravoy Jr.
No, there's a guy who like directs a bunch of
Brad
Maybe it is
Cravoy the
Cravoy.
third.
No, it's like Danny.
Dustin Tanner.
It's Danny Bird.
Danny Burt.
Okay, here we go. Win calls the Heart.
Are we in Wait What's? Where are we?
Bird.
Wait, what?
Bird. Brian Bird. Brian Bird is the guy.
Got it. Good. Brad Cravoy the third.
Yes. Cool. Do you got any more?
Yeah. At one point, Robert asks Grace, he says, "What does folding towels have to do with being a doctor?" She responds, "You'd be surprised." But here's my thing. I'm not entirely sure he would be surprised because at no point does a doctor actually still fold towels at any point in this episode.
Or have they ever in the show's history? Right?
Yeah, at any point. And so my thing is, she's still the one who does the folding of the towels. Yeah. He says, "What does it have to do with being a doctor?" Still nothing, Robert, because no one's still actually folding towels. No doctor is, in fact, folding any towels. I just want to point that out.
I think they're just trying to get Robert away from Dr. Carson.
I get it, but the statement still doesn't make any sense. Who is manning the mercantile while Opal is eating herself into oblivion?
The way that I took that was, well, first of all, no one, but Mr. Mercantile himself, he can't say no. And so he's walking away because he's just giving all of his profit away.
Yeah.
Like if she asks for something, he has to give it to her. And so he finally is just like, I can't do it anymore.
And he just leaves the building.
Maybe he's helping a customer in the back. I don't know.
Maybe Elizabeth walks in, she goes, "Hello?" Nothing. And then Opal's there stuffing her face full of chocolate. Doesn't seem real real good.
I mean, you know what's great after a hard-boiled egg? A pound of chocolate, milk chocolate.
Nom. So here's the last, wait, what? And it is genuine confusion I have at this point, but is a massive revelation for this entire bank plot line. All this time, I have been under the assumption that there is a big bank that has been ruling this entire thing where there have been bad dealings.
No.
Remember? Because, and here's why I say this. Because at one point he says, I am going to go to the bank to talk to the heads.
He's going to see if he can borrow money from another bank. There is no connection of banks here.
I thought that he was saying, no, I'm going to go talk. It's all him.
Yes. That's how banks worked before the federal.
I thought that he was going, you see, that I guess that's just on me. I thought when he was saying, listen, I'm going to go talk to like and figure out.
He was trying to get some money from another bank.
Okay, I thought
he's trying to get a
that's
loan.
how I understood it as well.
Okay,
yeah,
it's a loan boy.
But also, it's still bad. Like if you're a bank that runs out of money in the 19-teens, I mean, forget the fact that World War I's going on right now, and we don't ever talk about it in this show because World War I is what 1914, 1918. Like we got to be right in that wheelhouse right now.
Right.
But forget that. If you're a bank that goes under, this is right before the Roaring 20s. Like it's not, there's bank runs aren't what they are in the 1930s. But if you run out of money, you run out of money.
Yeah.
Or if you can't get someone to underwrite it or give you a loan of some sort. And so he doesn't have it's not a branch of like Bank of America. Like he's just out there with a bank. So there's that. It sucks. It's real bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not enough businesses in this town to do what they wanted to do today, but they don't double up. Let's name the businesses. Lee's business.
The Mercantile,
the dress shop with Rosemary. Abigail has a bakery, but I don't think anybody follows her around.
No one cares about
the
her.
Doctor.
Did you say the dress shop?
Yep.
Rosemary's dress shop. That's it.
Where are all of the other children in this episode?
It's a mess.
They're not doubled up. It would have made sense if they were sitting 2 or 3.
Oh, the bar. That would be one.
Yeah, the bar would be one. That'd be one.
Saloon. Yep.
Yeah, go
go teach them how to pour draft beer.
Listen, there's just not enough. But good on them. And I just don't think you can. Again, I'm not a good teacher, but you can't just willy-nilly do the same thing for a career day plan with a 17-year-old as you do with a 7-year-old. Like you can't just say go.
You don't know. Opal's a real Doogie Howser. She is.
Yeah, she's crushing it.
Yeah.
IQ's
through the roof.
You can't just let her go with old Ned over there, just hanging out all day with Ned.
Ned at the Mercantile.
Can't do it. Just wouldn't work out. Dan?
Not to your point. We all have taught before. The most unrealistic thing in 5 years of Win Calls the Heart so far is that group of children is not arguing about their placement at all. Like every kid is just like, oh, I'll take this. And everyone's like, oh, good choice.
Yeah.
None of them are like, hey, I wanted that.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen the whole time. They just all get exactly what they want.
They mentioned an ice cream store.
They do.
Great.
Which we've never seen.
Right. That's one.
I also want to point out that based upon wardrobe
20
choice,
to go.
Based upon wardrobe choice alone, Elizabeth rides a stagecoach all night long from her honeymoon in Chicago because they're in the Northwest somewhere.
Yep.
All through the night, which there's no way that there was a light. Was there a light on that stagecoach like they would be on a car? She gets in the morning, gives 2 hugs, and goes straight to the classroom to teach that morning. That's commitment to your craft, and I don't know if it should be at that level. The last one that I have is that Gowan defends him getting a chance to work by saying that he did his time. And I know that we've talked about this before. There is no world where Gowan has done any time.
Nope. So it's not done time.
Has not done time. Has not done time. Hasn't
Time
happened.
served. I don't know what to tell you.
Hasn't happened before. And then it goes without saying that Lee and Cody at the end of this episode play catch maybe 3.5 feet apart. It is one of the more awkward scenes in television history. That is not catch. That is a lean
And Lee like gets mad at him for throwing it hard.
He's like, "Oh, you really got me
Whoa,
there."
you really threw it.
Well, next time just hand it to me because you are a yard away. We did not have a wide angle camera, or we didn't trust Lee or Cody to throw it 10 feet.
There is plenty of room in that shot for them to go farther.
It is one of the more, they are standing on either end of this table.
What's it say about me that I didn't notice that was a problem?
That tells you everything
My
you
daddy,
need to know about
I was
you.
like, oh, wow, they're doing it pretty far apart. My pops never threw it that far.
My 5-year-olds right now would be like, Dad, why are we so close together playing catch? This is awkward.
Yeah.
Cody's like in middle school or something. I don't know.
He just wants to chop wood with his friends.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
do.
Guys, let's get to the hopes and valleys. Part of the show, we talk about what in this episode is giving us hope for the future and are bumming us out. Panda.
Ready for a fresh start. Season 6. Let's do it. Baby. Sorry, go ahead.
Season 6.
Got hope. My hope is that it'll be better again. Are we 50 episodes in?
There'll be new blood, and it is going to be better.
Are we watching the movie again? Or we're not doing that, right? We're not. I would rather die.
Can we review our episode of that movie?
I can't. Please.
Why are you looking at me as if I make the decisions?
I mean, we have to as a group. I'm just trying to get one more vote on my side here. Panda, we can't watch that movie again, right?
I don't feel like we need to.
No.
I will just say this.
Pick up some nuances we missed the first time.
You say it in jest, but I was. But I will say, I feel like there is something to watching it through the lens.
All the hate we got about that movie. And it was like, if you had watched the first 5 seasons,
Right.
hey, this just in, I've watched them. That movie, my opinion, stands up. I did say I, for one, am glad that Jack is dead. I mean, maybe I'm not glad he's dead, but that was a bit to begin with. No, that movie's not going to be any better. You think it's going to be better?
It might be worse. It might be worse. That I think it's worth. It's worth.
I don't want to.
I don't want you.
I think we kind of have to because it is a different rewatch. It'll be the first time you have to rewatch a Hallmark movie, Dan.
I'm gonna not watch it and come in here and do this with you guys. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let you know right now.
Platter boy.
You're not gonna know.
It's a platter boy.
You're not gonna know.
You just said it.
You're gonna have to figure it out if I watched it.
I know you won't.
Are you gonna re-listen to the episode so that you can get the points? You gonna pull back up your notes?
Maybe. I don't have my note. Are you kidding me?
I don't always have my notes.
No, I just use the same When Calls the Heart doc, and I delete it every time. And
I do
the
too.
same.
That's bold. No, I have every note from every movie I've ever
Really?
done. Yeah.
Oh no. That ship sailed a long time ago.
I mean,
I did that first season.
It's the cloud. It's not like it's taking up room on my phone.
That's fair.
It's cloud.
Yeah.
Why not use it?
I think the first season I was using like Word docs
Yeah, I remember that.
back in the
wild.
day.
Yeah, my hope is season 6. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's get there, baby. I'm just ready for the death to happen. I'm ready for, I just feel like
it's just lingering at this
lingering.
point. I'm sad.
I wish, wishes and fish and butts and boozes. But
You said it.
But I wish that we could have come in here blind. Like, I wish we didn't know anything, because I wonder how that would have impacted. Like, do we put too much pressure on Jack and Elizabeth because we know Jack is going to die? Like, I don't know. Maybe, probably not. The show's probably still not good. But I do wonder if there's something to knowing that Jack is going to die that impacts the way in which we watch the show. I still think it's not good, but I just wish we didn't have that piece of information.
Or we're gonna watch the When Calls the Heart movie again with the orphans. We're gonna do that too.
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah. Now we're really rubbers meeting the road here.
I say
Yeah.
it is necessary. I'm going to be the one voice of reason. I say we rewatch all the When Calls the Heart movies.
This is not a rewatch podcast.
It's not.
It's a
you're
watch
right.
for the
it's
first
a When
time.
Calls the Heart.
Did you say I'm white?
No, I said you're right. And it's When Calls the Heart podcast. This is When Calls the Heart.
Is that I will get some sort of morbid glee out of hearing these guys come up with a different hope after season 6 starts. Because I'm done with I need a fresh start. I need to reach me. My value is I have to hear this bit for 3 or 4 more episodes, and maybe I have to watch the movie. So lots of valleys there for sure.
Well, we did it, everybody.
No, we got Jack, nothing.
course.
Shepherd's Pie, no, sir. Pocket Watch, not a chance. Robert, I would go Robert. I'm going to go. I mean, he does kind of complain about people not paying their bill,
But he passes out, and so I feel like that.
But he also complains about the snacks that his mom gives him for school.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 3.5.
Okay.
3.5, and I'm gonna go with it's just 3.5. I'm gonna go with Jeff Monterey.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Monterey.
Yeah, man. He didn't. I felt kind of bad. He passed out. I think he gets what he deserves, but
Why don't these people pay for their health care?
yeah. I mean, but then he learned a valuable lesson. That's just the ignorance of youth right there. So I'm going to put a 2 and Pickles Ziegler.
You made up that name.
Yeah. Pickles.
You think Jeff Monterey's a made up name? Do you guys think that I'm making up Jeff Monterey?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Okay. So why did you make up Pickles Ziegler?
Who said I made him up?
You did. That is you are ruining a very important part of this show.
Tell me about
By not
Pickle. Tell me
taking
about
him
Pickle
seriously.
Ziegler.
Gave me a noogie one time that burned real
noogie.
bad.
A noogie. I'm gonna go 2.5. Clay. Can't remember his last name. Clay.
Got it.
Bummed me out a few times. You know, you guys know what I mean.
Clay.
You know, guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
We got a what's calling my heart email.
Meg, we had 2 come in. So
Ooh,
now's your
oh
chance
my
to
gosh,
get in.
we are a big deal.
Hello at DeckTheHallmark.com. Hey, to be fair, since the second episode, we've had one, which is actually very
great.
impressive. You want to email us and have us read your email and tell us what's calling your heart. It's hello at DeckTheHallmark.com. Hey, Bran, Dan, Panda, and Benny too. Hope you guys are doing great. Doing great. What's calling my heart this week is Seal's Kiss from a Rose.
Oh my gosh, that's
I've never gone out of my way to listen to it, but I just listened to your Good Witch Curse from a Rose episode yesterday. Sorry. And now I'm finding
If I was
myself
a good
randomly
witch.
singing the chorus and only the chorus. So you're not singing that little tag, you're just singing, baby. Wow. If this continues, I may have a song for this year's Bramblefest already picked out for karaoke. Oh, this is Megan Allen. She was there last year. Fantastic. Keep up the great work, Meg Allen. P.S. My pants. Very nicely done. Thank you so much,
Meg.
Megan. Much appreciated.
Fantastic. Is next week the episode? Does Jack die next week?
No.
Yes.
All right, we are as locked in as anybody. We'll be back next week. Until then, we're the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark's a Bramble Jam podcast. It's presented by Philo TV. It's produced by Brandon Gray and recorded live in, Greenville, South Carolina. Set decor is by Plum at Haywood Mall. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com. For more information on Bramble Jam Podcast Network, you can go to bramblejampodcast.com.
You're about to hear some ads that help keep the lights on here at the studio. Feel free to listen. Feel free to turn it off, whatever you want to. But either way, thanks so much for your support.